Again, welcome to Solomonic City, Gyalis Road, IG, live with I and I, Broom, God Vibrant, the pilot, and Penny Dan, my co-pilot. This week topic, Gyalis versus female counterpart. Share the live and remember to follow the page, tell a friend to tell a friend, this and every Sunday 8 to 10 p.m. As expected, I have a few guests will be joining us tonight. Joining us is Eleni Khan, Psyche, spiritual advisor, priestess of the ancestral spiritual healing arts. You know what I mean? Shout out to this week's sponsor. Shout out, this week is brought to you by Aura Glow Healing Mist. It's a herbal cleaning and smudging, aura mist. The energy cleanser. See it right here? So get your aura mist. Get rid of all of them negative energy out of your space. Aura mix. Shout out. As we say, Gyalis versus female counterpart. We're gonna reason on the intentions, the cause, the motivation, the cause, the effect of the individual, who chooses this lifestyle. So share the live and tell a friend to tell a friend. This is over yesterday the vibes there, Broom God Vibrant today again, It's a next week, Gyalis Road, the Trad Cross. So I go on my people. Everything blissful. Give a thanks, give a thanks. Share the live and make a go on all the vibes. As we say, we are going to raise up on the pros and cons. We are talking about this on a level, you know what I mean? Get the people involved and make us see how it go. And remember, say over here, so it raw and uncensored, So we require only the truth and nothing but the truth. So we just reason on this situation, this topic, and see how best we can create a solution, to help some of these broken homes, to help the mindset and the mind frame. We want to just share our part and show our part. So you don't know your badness go. You see what I say? So all of the girls them, all of the thug them, Solomonic City, Gyalis Road, we there for a reason. So just share the live and make we get active. What go on over here? So big up all of my people them. Manners, love and prosperity. Who they in the house already? Okay, alright. So as we say, we are going to a deeper reason this week. You feel me? Yeah. Big up the people them who are all vibes with me from the start. This is our 1 month anniversary. Yeah. 1 month anniversary, so we are give a thanks, you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Africa, pick up yourself, 40, not say a word, Fire row, up. You know what thing go. Penny Dan, my co-pilot, the thing going, him soon join us, And all of my regular people, as I say, we there all the vibes, we'll kick it off soon. Fear of what go on. Bitch, man, everything govern. Alright, watch your style, now. So, like how everyone there, how me start my show, Me start my show vibey. You know what I mean? Like myself. So I could just start it that way, yeah.
Solomonic City, Gyalis Road, Trad Cross, where we discuss the pros and cons, fortune and misfortune, views and misconceptions of a Gyalis.
Here, where we discuss the pros and cons, fortune, misfortune, views and misconceptions of this lifestyle, Gyalis. Stacy Couture, big up yourself. Empress, Future, all who join in. Tiff, big up yourself. Everyone checking in. Yeah, man, so we are raised up on this Iowa, this a topic you we call Gyalis versus female counterpart.
Gyalis Lifestyle Audio Encyclopedia.
Because, it's not my duty or my job to call a female a O letter or a B letter. So you get the picture. So female counterpart. So that is basically the female version. So we're gonna start it and we're gonna hold a vibration. You know, give thanks to everyone who join. As I say, we are all a vibration, and I'm gonna play a next part of the clip because you know we have some serious audio right here. It's gonna be a regular thing in my show, so you know we get the people organized. So part 1, audio encyclopedia, Gyalis Road.
Lifestyle Audio Encyclopedia. The Gyalis. Women want him, men want to be him. This archetype of the handsome, charming lady killer has worked his wiles across centuries of literature, film, and television. Although the Gyalis has changed up his game over the years, there are a few things that always identify him. He's almost supernaturally charming, with a charisma that puts his targets at ease. He's extraordinarily sexual, focused at all times on his next conquest and confident of his own prowess. He's unattainable, which only makes him more attractive to women. He's also dangerous. Falling for the Gyalis often ends with broken hearts and hurt feelings, if not something more sinister. As author Betsy Perlew details in her book, Swoon Great Seducers and Why Men Love Them, there are several different types of Gyalis, each with unique personas, techniques, and psychology. The most common is what Perlew calls the Darwinian alpha male, handsome, physically strong, and typically wealthy. These revolutionary studs represent a primal form that the anthropologist Edgar Gregerson says is bound up with skills, strength, bravery, progress, or similar qualities. James Bond is the quintessential alpha, although he has plenty of company. From the billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne and Tony Stark, the Ryan Gosling's master pickup artist in Crazy Stupid Love. Gosling's character is also an example of type 2 of the Gyalis, the player seducer. He hunts women like a soldier using bravado, flack, and precision strikes, often in the form of a good line. His methods are deliberate and pre-scripted. A darker form of the Gyalis is the Satanic Seducer, whom Perlew describes as a cold, calculating sexual profiteer. Armed with a sinister leer and lethal charm, these men seduce women as a game out of arrogance or even malice. Lastly, there is the pathological woman pleaser. Narcissists, sociopaths, and sex addicts, they are fixated on women through an array of mental maladies, lacking empathy and conscience. They can be charming like Madman's Don Draper, we're unsavory like Charlie Sheen's character in 2.5 Men, but they are united by relentless pursuit of sex and their inability to form genuine attachment where to ever be satisfied, because in the end it's only about themselves. While not every Gyalis is outright disturbed, there is usually something about the character that is flawed or damaged. Some void they are always trying to fill with women. That void stems from fear. The Gyalis is afraid of being vulnerable, so he doesn't allow himself to get too attached. How I Met Your Mother even gives the Gyalis an origin story, where Barney's hard-hearted womanizing stems from his getting his heart broken as a youth, which leads him to conclude that women don't want sweet, genuine guys, they want cruel, rich suit. More often than not, the Gyalis can only find true fulfillment by learning to love himself. But getting to that point might take changing his focus from women plural to women singular and finding the right lady. Even for the worst of Gyalis, redemption is never completely out of reach. Most of these characters end up reformed frequently by reuniting them with that right woman, and recognizing the one, they finally see how their endless pursuit of empty sex had only left them feeling empty and real.
Blessful, my brother. Wagwan, Pelidan. Gyalis Road,
Wagwan.
Gyalis Lifestyle. Yet another week, you know. Give thanks.
They are going bunch of stage, you know.
Yeah, man. Right vibes, because we are bringing a psychic tonight, you know.
Wow.
We come all a vibration, you know.
Wow.
Talk to the ladies and the gentle peoples, gentle warriors. Mm-hmm.
So the psychic is a he or she? Or them?
That's she.
Zane.
Yeah. You know. So what I
So
go on differently?
then look forward to our next, I'm there for the 9 to 5 tomorrow. So I'm just go and clear my mind and just make sure it's everything up and right for tomorrow and them thing is it. So this is my little therapy session at Sunday daytime
Yeah.
before going on 1 week, I think already. So
Real.
give thanks to them and all the reason though.
Yeah. And before we go even further, who are the woman them know as I say wrong and censored. So we just create this platform where we can raise the reality. No sugarcoat, no smoke screen. So we just hold that vibration where I keep it real. You know what I mean? Because if we lie to ourselves, that means we're gonna still be in the same problem or the same situation or the same position. You know, while if we come forward and be realistic about this situation or this plague that you all complain about, we can find a solution. You feel me? So, oh, Diamond, she said she always late, so she want to join early today. So, we go see what I go on with Diamond first, right?
And Diamond I psychic?
No.
Cause I don't know, Diamond class, she can't tell the future. I say she jump on her there and I say, you are no Gyalis. she ask no question. She just look at my boy and say, you are no Gyalis. You want some psychic thing.
How that artist?
Mm-hmm.
Artist
You know, so me always up on the live, though. I say, yo, this time I want to chop in early, you know.
Oh, you want all a vibration? Yeah. So
Yeah, me always a listening, you know.
okay. Yeah, man, give thanks for there, man, because you know, 1 month anniversary, you know.
Yeah, man, me there from the what do you man, Inception, man.
All right. So pertaining to the topic now, what do you say about based on the topic?
Gyalis?
Now we have to
Boy.
Gyalis, the female
All right.
in terms of
topic Gyalis versus female counterpart.
yeah. In terms of, cause remember we say we are raised upon the cause and the effect, you know what I mean, of this lifestyle.
True.
Basically, yeah. So we want you elaborate.
Watch it. Now watch it now. Let's see.
Diamond, bless up.
Bless up, Empress. Bless up. All right. You see how me see it still. It's relative to everybody, Zine. But in my book, Gyalis thing is a blessing. You understand? Because I can't say it can be overflowingly.
No, we passed this, you know. We passed this. We passed the next verse, you know. So this week topic basically, you know what I mean? The Gyalis versus the female counterpart. As we said before, we're not going to call a woman a B, and we're not going to call a woman a O. So we are saying the lifestyle now. That's we are reached upon the lifestyle.
I'm rephrase.
First year the woman.
I'm rephrase.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we bring up the Gyalis lifestyle, we kind of stick to a gender normative view of the Gyalis lifestyle. So with this episode, I don't know, we're opening it up to thinking about what are the effects of a woman doing this exact same thing that a Gyalis is doing. Does it have the same negative effects? Is it beneficial? Is it not beneficial? So we just have reason out the part to say, if a woman does the same thing, like how does it compare to a man doing it, and what are the effects?
Boy, in my book still, I mean, from a man view still honestly is a way different effect. You understand me I say? And that's because me see the queen them. You understand me I say? Because if me see you as a queen and you operate certain way, I mean, if it's a as what I say female Gyalis, I mean, I see an effect in that sense, you know what I mean, wherein you're seen as not good, or you're seen as being a B or a O, you know what I mean, just like how they may see man as a dog, you understand me I say, no good, you know what I mean, not settling, you know what I mean, me feel like say ultimately, you know what I mean, the effect are the same. essentially, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
for me still, me can't speak for a woman, because me is not a woman. You
Yeah.
understand what I say? Me can't speak for a woman because me is not a woman. You understand what I say? But say for example, and me not see my counterpart, my female counterpart as that. You understand what I say? Because more than just see it as them experiencing. You understand what I say?
Yeah,
So so
experiencing.
yeah, yeah.
So, so wouldn't that be the same experience for a male?
But a people quote unquote put things to it, you know. A people are put yo,
Or
a
I
label it, you know. People are put a label to it, you know.
hear from the woman point of view. Make we hear from a woman. Make we see it through a woman's eyes.
So
Diamond.
more make sure say good evening everybody, good night, right? More
Bless up.
make sure I get the question right. Because you just give a long definition. I love the intro by the way. The intro mad.
Yeah.
Mad. Mad.
The intro mad for real,
The
man.
intro mad. But me
Benny.
notice in the intro, you make a lot of different definition for different type of galleys, right?
Oh no,
And you make
the intro, basically the intro is for promotion. So the intro don't have nothing to do with it. The intro is just for promotion. Keep the
yeah,
vibe.
but may I use it as an example because it explains a lot of reasons why man turn Gyalis per se, right?
Yeah.
So when on the talk about woman now and say woman are Gyalis, first of all, are manis, if you want to call it so, right?
Yeah.
Right? Manis. What you
Yeah.
want to say is, not the same thing when man go through, when make them turn Gyalis. Are the same things when woman go through, when make them behave, or some of them behave, you know. Them go through earth a million times. Them know some man no want nobody and all these things. So them heart get cold. So you
Yeah.
see, them time that them just turn cocky bully. Them are not manis. Them just turn them not care. Them type of woman that they don't care about what is the outcome because of what them experience.
All right, so me not agree with it, but I
That's
think the
okay.
first, no, not that I don't agree with you. I'm just saying me not agree with what I'm about to say, but at the same time we have to talk the things them like they are. The first when me just put my thought to it, and the first thing that come to mind, the first difference I identify is the way society look upon them, right? Society not look upon girls and the female counterpart the same. So I mean, I feel like, from my perspective, I'm gonna talk about this not previous weeks, right? One of the main benefits of being a Gyalis is the respect that come with it from society. So, I think to myself, like, apart from it being a different, defensive mechanism for a woman, what other reason would I do for a woman be a Gyalis?
You have some woman love fuck just like you have man love fuck. You
True.
don't know that.
And
You
that
have
is why I
someone love
not agree
fuck.
with it.
Wait. I
Me
mean,
can agree with that one day.
but
A
it's the
fact.
truth.
A fact.
You can't expect to have a certain type of man and not have a certain type of woman too.
Yeah.
The only difference is, like what you say, is the respect. Like what Poochie said herself, woman I get the respect for all them behave, but when man behave a certain way, nobody no look upon it no way. Because a man can have 6 baby mother and nobody no give a fuck if him have 6 baby mother, because a woman have 6 baby father, she get looked upon different, right? So
Yeah.
when man can you see Poochie say, woman will hide and fuck because woman carry them secret far. A man know them not care and them just blatant and do them thing. But a
Okay.
woman have to
True.
eye because of the same thing where you said. The way society look upon what they would be considered a hoe or a bitch if
100%. All right. So, for the record, I just want to clarify, ladies and gentlemen. I stand for diversity. Fuck if you want to fuck, do whatever you want to do. Just be safe about it and practice honesty. That is all, you see me? So I just want to clear the ear for anybody in the audience, and if you find yourself identifying with this particular counterpart that we're talking about, I just want you to know that this is a safe space and we do not look down upon you right there. So we
you
just have
just
the
use a
conversation.
keyword, you just say honesty. That are
Mm-hmm.
the thing. Because
Yeah.
when that is the key word, Because when man a Gyalis, them not honest with nobody. Them not tell everybody what is the real deal. So as a
Nah,
man, I
man.
say,
Nah, man. Nah, man. As a Gyalis, man, you have to make the female them know what go on.
That's the
You
right
might
way
have
to
a
do it.
main one when I know what go on, but as a Gyalis, you have to make the female them know what go on.
Check,
If them
check,
in a loop, a chaos, man. A chaos, man. Them have to in a loop.
check
Them
your
have to
you
level.
know
don't
what
you
go
don't
on.
make them know about one or two.
Hold on, no,
But
check
you
your
not
levels.
make them know what you really are going with. You know that.
Check your levels, Diamond. You see, the Gyalis thing coming like, I was being a driver. You see me? Enough people are drive out and everybody are the right thing when they are drive. Some people now put on an indicator. That's
Yeah.
one I think the way you're supposed to do. You see what I say? So some girl is really and truly now be honest. But the correct way to be a girl is to be honest.
True.
Really and proper way.
So if a woman tell you, if a woman honest with you and you like her,
Yeah.
and she tell you, say, yeah, hear me? Me have couple man out there when me just do my thing,
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
and
man.
how you react to that?
Been there, done that.
Yeah,
At least
yeah,
you be
because
honest with me. At least
yeah.
me know the vibes, you see me?
Woman,
And to me build upon energy. So if me feel like
True.
you give me a genuine energy and you keep it real with me, then at least me not have nothing to worry about. And
And
as a matter of fact, I good to respect you more because you come to me real.
definitely.
And then even if me have a backyard, naturally as a man, I might let my guard down a little bit more because I think to myself, say, I get a real still, I get to keep it a buck with me. Because enough girl wouldn't have it in them to say them things there. So me personally, I can't talk to everybody else, but me respect you more.
Yeah, honesty are the key to being a Gyalis. That me I tell you.
Yeah.
You
But with
cannot
them
be a
thing that's still enough.
Gyalis if you're not honest.
And with them thing they still enough.
You
Even
have a
with being
hide.
honest still enough. Them thing they after time, because them thing they come with time in a sense. Wherein if you are built with a person, you rate a person and the energy right, and I mean it sounds like it's an open thing. One of just describe this it's an open thing. Being like
open,
an open relationship. You
yeah.
see me?
No,
And I be
But you can have open relationship and still have feelings.
yeah, that's
You
yeah,
true.
so
understand?
that me I say,
But
so
Yeah.
that me, but that me I get to say, oh, so in spite the fact say she might say, oh, Ray Arte no, or he might say Ray Arte no. You see, with time, when time pass, you might get to a place where you build up and have different experiences. You
yeah, me,
understand what me I say? So even as a girl is saying, you can't even pre them thing there. You see me as a real girlis.
Let me
yeah,
assess this. Reality is, and the honesty, what me know about Gyalis still, brother. The reality is, lie of involving. Yeah, cause no from the no respect about everybody views. But for what me know, it's a mind game. I involve in mind game. So that's the reality. Like politics, no politician no come to you can tell them what they want to hear. That's the same thing I feel. Yeah. Him watch him pray, so him pray and follow the way the prayer want. That's how if you feel like it have nothing to do with really. And still. And same thing with the woman. If a woman can hold her vibes and rate you.
Yo, at some point
So how
in
you
a
do the
matter
two
of
of them one time? Oh, you
She
be honest and tell lies same time. Oh,
Huh?
selectively honest, it looks
no,
like.
you have to tell the potential truth. You have to tell the
the
potential truth
potential
at
truth.
times.
What the
What?
fuck
Yeah,
is that?
man.
What the fuck
What
Yeah,
is
what
man.
the
What do you man? You have
potential?
to tell the potential truth.
No,
Yeah.
we are going to develop some new
It's a
talk
new
now.
word.
I don't know
we need a
what you think.
definition. We need a definition for potential truth.
Yo,
New phrase.
hear me now, man. It's the
Potential.
potential truth.
What is that? Explain. Can we not understand why potential truth?
Yeah, me want to know.
Remember, say, you are going.
I'm bringing the psyche, someone explain why she get all of them together.
What one day? Potential truth.
Yo, no, because I may try to show you, say, get in a sense wherein it's not, it probably not, it's not happening already, or it happen already, then, or it cannot happen, or it can both be happen. You understand what I say? Me know the potential is a future thing, but potential truth in a sense wherein you tell her, brother, and you just be open and honest, and she might not take it, but the potential truth in a sense wherein like, probably 3 months down the road, it happen, or, say
But
that
if she find out, say you tell lie before you potentially tell her the truth, you get fucked.
All the
that
road
time she find out
so
that
call
if, hypothetical that,
Hypothetical.
Well, hear me and say still, my brother. Hear how me feel still when me view this on the topic. Gyalis versus the female counterpart. For me, most of the times, I feel like the intentions are different. Most women is either them go after the moolah, the money, or you know they are broken. You know. For the male side, he might go after the vagina or the same money. So the intentions for me is different when it come on to a woman. And most women will live their life, their brother, it's all about the moolah. They not waste time. A man, I'm just put on body.
No, not
A man,
Me
necessarily.
not agree with you.
Me not agree
Me
with
not
that.
Not
agree with
necessarily.
that. Me not agree with that. First
Not
of all, no man
necessarily.
not give no money, no woman no money these days.
I'm not saying everyone is living like that, and I'm just talking about the percentage.
Me not
Nah.
agree with you.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
when I
yeah,
Girl
bring it
fuck
up.
cause them want fuck.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah, man,
why
you
them
some
fuck.
girl with us. Yeah, some girl just
Them
rate you,
like
brother. With
you
us.
and them
With
want
us rate
fuck.
you.
Period.
Just rate you.
Them rate
Just
you
know
and
nothing
them
at
like
all.
you.
Just
no,
rate you.
I'm
Yeah,
not saying
man. Yeah, some girl just rate you and
I'm
just.
saying you're wrong. I'm just saying the majority.
I say your future. You talk so.
Yo,
You talk so. You stand up so.
you have to
You
bring,
walk the future like. You see me? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I have
man,
to see
woman,
them numbers there, dog.
I no money. Me not gonna let you put money. Me not feel like money have
are
nothing to
different.
do with it.
You feel
Me
me?
more feel like money have to do with it on the man side. On the
Yeah,
man
hold
side.
on. Me hear a bag of things where me not necessarily and not agree with and it not connect. Oh, alright. Me not feel like man. Me not feel like girl is run down money from girl. Like me.
No, I didn't say all. Me said some
No,
man.
not you, not you, Me
Yeah.
talk about Diamond Joseph. Diamond Joseph feel
I
like
think a lot of them
the man
do.
them more pre-money.
I think
No,
so. I think
no,
the man them more look woman will have things or business or things or go after
It
woman will look
depends for your
progressive.
struggle.
Vibrant.
It
Will
depends
look
for your struggle.
progressive.
Irrelative.
To
I watch
keep
that.
up for them image.
No,
Look at
irrelative.
hold on. Vibrant.
I agree and I disagree. To an extent. To an extent. To
diamond.
an extent. To
Most
an
of the
extent.
time,
Hold on. Pause. Vibrant, look if you can. I think Instagram Live you can put a poll to the audience so that they vote. So just go and look for that while them give them point and see if we can do that for true. Cause I
Yeah,
like to see what
me
the
need the
viewers say.
woman them to be honest right now. Me
So
need to do
to an
woman now
extent,
look
because guess
money
what?
from man again. More man I look money from woman. And that me I tell you no.
No, yes. You talk about no.
No. Yeah, me not talk back then. Me not
listen me.
talk back then.
Irrelative, man. Because guess what now? It depends from where they. Because when me a forward from, when me a come from, like I cesspool me a forward from. Like no joke. No joke. A literal cesspool me a forward from. I'm playing we play ball going to cesspool anything, we have to go take it out. So it's all about where you're there. You understand? And I don't jump this up. So if we book if we it's like an opportunity where we are forward from them time there, because we not nothing. So if we book
And them have the
anything
same
foreign,
mindset now.
Diamond,
Them have the
huh?
same mindset now.
let me tell you what go on. In that area, it's just that more woman active. In my eye, why I said that is that
Are the same
man,
mindset.
any man will care for a woman. If him can help that woman, him go help her in any way, shape, or form.
I agree.
The woman,
Definitely.
the woman now go see her little boyfriend and know
But if him a Gyalis, him not care
Yo,
about
hold
all
on.
of them.
It depends
so,
on the dynamic. If a woman live a foreign and take up herself and look at yard man, the man I go expect money 9 times
How
out
you
of 10.
mean? How
Oh,
you mean? What me there?
that
How you
different
mean?
dynamic though. So
How you
Diamond
mean? What me
look
there?
like
Yeah, how you mean?
That's
it
true,
look
that's
like say
true.
Like, come
it look
on.
That's
like say
true.
Diamond I do our
Diamond,
fish in Jamaica, you know,
No. Listen, remember say me are the only woman I say, so I have to give different view on different woman. Me have friends, me have my own experience, me have a lot of experience where me see people go through different things. So that's me not just talk about me. So no go ahead.
Yeah, defend yourself, my friend.
Rocha, I'm gonna call your phone. I'm gonna take a next call. You hear me, brother?
Let's say a word, man. Upful, summit.
G Unit the pan now.
Yeah, let me hear what G Unit I said before.
Yeah, we need about back then to know the difference. Because una
That
talk
age,
some
I age I put on G unit.
no man, a toddler that. Don't talk about bad species, okay? Don't do that.
I asked you, you say you need somebody to talk about that I know.
Yeah, because him a fought long time. Him a Gyalis a long time.
Unit. Join on me could hear we have say King Pimp.
Yo, it's all load up in one thing, brother. On the fun, brother. Who don't even know what they're on the line, but
Coach is a
nah,
Gyalis
load up in one thing.
depend on location.
Big up yourself, God's crew.
Location have a lot to do with it. Alright. Yes, so we are talking about the female counterpart, and this is one point I did want to make. You see, like in America, it's a completely different ballgame from Jamaica. It have no alright, and me I watch one documentary where they upon Japan. Japan, the woman them now settle again, brother. Settle thing are way back then. Marriage rate completely down in Japan. So it's natural and it's very, very normal for them play around and just play the streets because them career driven, them not business about love. You see me? Same thing in America. In America, very different. As a matter of fact, the term slut has become empowered in America. So location have a lot to do with it for real.
That's true. A location have a lot to do with it. A lot. And it also depends on the position where the woman them there in her life too. The type of man.
Anna.
Unruly.
OG King
Up.
Oh, God.
Unit, what am I talking about? Eh?
I go on listen and go on here, you know.
What am I talking about? Tell them say woman now, them I say woman now out there just cause maybe them like man or them like man and them just want fuck and do them thing.
Well, yeah, some girls, you know, really, when you see the one them will live off of them wall and that them out the point now. But you see some of the real woman them at home, see, and sometimes the man them make them go on the road. For real, me not lie. Some of the real woman them at home, and the man make them go on the road. But I know we the man sometimes we can't satisfy, you know. And we that, you know. Anything fat a front and anything big up a back, you know, we run it down, you know. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, man, for real, so I say it go, but when me tell them, man, real Gyalis, enough man will tell them a real Gyalis, them are not Gyalis, because you want some man say them are Gyalis, you know. And you see them with all 19 different girls for all a month, you know. In the space of a month, you see them with 19 different girls, only one time them can get a fuck off of them girls, because you know what, them are not Gyalis. Them can't fuck.
Them just a show off.
Yeah.
Them not
Real
fuck them
Gyalis,
good.
real Gyalis to stop fuck your baby mother for all 30 years and when you call her, she still want to come give her a fuck because she remember the fuck. I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Real, man. No man out there to them and Gyalis that does their money work for them, you know.
Yo,
Yeah.
The Gyalis, them can't satisfy them.
Don't
Yeah.
mash up some yard now, you know, because basically I make some man know say the woman were in a them house of a next man heart.
Yo, just
No more.
more that clip your vibrant. This I figure.
No more. It depends on where I do. If you know him not in right yard, you know, well, he's supposed to have him heart a beat. But if you know say you're comfortable where you go out with the yard, you don't watch nothing.
And me I say, pertaining to what you say you left all your baby mother for 30 years and can still call her back. So during that time...
No, I'm not telling you, that's a real girl. No, that's a real girl's thing, go.
Yeah, but-
Come like a girl.
Yeah.
Real girl is left him girl, but him girl them not left him. Cause they remember the fuck there anywhere them there.
But that me I
Sometimes them don't come back for a second fuck.
But if-
Them get
Right.
them one time and can't fuck them again.
Yeah, girl say, no man, him not no use.
Yeah.
But, and you see my next week with another girl.
Yeah.
And then the next one fuck that again and him gone for another girl and him say my girl is. I know the girl
Yes.
is thing, bro.
The fuck I feel hold you. Yeah.
yeah,
Girl have always a request to fuck and I tell her next girl boy you fuck.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you see.
No, I'm
Yo,
not telling
alright.
a girl about my fuck.
Hold on,
Me
hold
not
on.
do that.
Poochie said something was very important. I can't even scroll, go back up there. She said, with some girls, I'd even fuck all the girl left. It's just the vibes. It's just the presence.
Definitely. Real talk.
Real talk, that
Real
Really and
talk.
truly.
real talk, Poochie.
Real talk.
A vibes win all the time, you know.
Yeah,
Energy
vibes
win.
in all the while.
Yeah,
So,
energy.
For real.
so the
And
vibe,
But the
Just
fuck,
like some girl learn a vibes for real.
talk it short.
talk up.
Talk it short.
Yeah, man, some girl learn a vibes. So it come like, them kill your nature. I know them can't keep you. But yeah, some girl, man, trust me, man, and when you're hungry, do that get up. Cause you know what, them full of vibes.
Full of fire.
Anyway, if the name you hear, you would stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it go.
Yo,
Yeah.
I really say, brother.
Yeah, for real.
Really and truly.
Yeah,
But
man.
same thing.
But-
I feel like I same thing pan the male counterpart, based on opinion of the ladies. I same thing. Some man just not have vibes, dog. That's so it stays in me. If you're not a vibe,
Yo, them not have no vibes out of the
Yeah.
bed. Them not have no vibes in the bed. Either
Your money
way,
alone not go work, dog. You know, girl want comfortable, girl want feel good.
yeah. Straight.
Yeah, a girl want when you fuck her all today, and tomorrow she still feel like dude now all the same way.
that's true, man.
Yeah, girl want good fuck.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, you know what?
Good fuck and good
Some-
vibes, good energy. It's not about money. That's why I say money.
Yeah, it's not about
It's
money
not
to
the
every
thing.
girl. But I tell you, the girl who is about money is the girl who will live off of the money.
Yeah, because she's hungry.
You see, the girl who really need a good man, I really need a man in her place, I really need a man in her corner shop, I need a man who can satisfy her.
So we have said
You
them man,
understand?
so basically I said them man they are mostly Gyalis than unit.
No, them man, most of them man, them coming like me and now 30-day free trial them.
Jaja.
What you say?
Yo, we need some
Put
sound
up the
effect,
repeat
brother.
and
30-day free trial and them can't subscribe after that, cause you know what, nothing did it. And no good.
We need some sound effect, vibrant.
Yo, for real. Real star.
For real, need some sound effect. Trust me, but the people that want to drop some fire, we only hear.
Yeah.
To make we know say, uno vibrant out there. A real vibrant live with the you know, not for vibrant out there.
Yeah, man, less than 10 minutes. Me, I
See, the vibes, man. The vibes.
I'm going to talk one of the pan of boring thing. What do you mean?
You see it? Yeah.
Yeah, because you want me know. In reality, you see like where you say Diamond, some woman just love the lifestyle there. That are really the reality, you know. That's why brother I tell you about diversity. So we know about that. So in reality, we know say you have people who don't want multiple partner. Likewise, you have people who want multiple partner. We realize the growing of that right now. Even though them a sugarcoat it and a stub it under the like in a real, it in our face. And people are talking up more. You see when a woman a talk more, say yo, they don't want this. You see me, a man a do it more, so they don't want that. So it in our face, that's the reasoning.
Well, me still gonna go back to the
Let
intern.
box up the fire.
Me still gonna talk say, even though you have some woman who just not care, you have to know say them not care because things where them face are things where them go through and them feel like man not give a fuck, so them not give a fuck neither. You have some woman like that, so them just do them thing because them not see the man out there.
That's still
We're gonna give them the quality what them I look for.
me not cut you, but that's still dropping on the same thing when I tell you say. It's what I say, the same thing when I tell you she under earth. So all our intention, all our work are because of earth. So it's just she in a revenge mood.
Yeah.
Or she just numb to this, or she just get numb. She just go through it so much time when she feel like it's a dead end, so she not look nobody to settle down with.
Yeah, but as
The
well,
man say she get numb.
I really talk.
yeah, as well we are saying still, she numb to the system, so that is one cause why she a behave so. You know, you have the people when naturally, like, she don't feel like she can ever be satisfied with one person. And it's not even about the same thing where you talk. You know what I mean?
Oh, Byron, you know, so you have some of them women that really are going to say, you know. I just show them in at the same area where them with them there for years, you know. You understand? And them get to find out say no money in no really I dig them like that, you know. So you want them have to just do them have to do for go through. But me them just leave from the area there. And go somewhere else. But
You know,
somebody don't know
so,
nothing about them.
you own it a real thing at that because you know so when we are grow more time, some girl when I look pan brother. We see some little man come from foreign and like them brother. By the time them paid off and put on clothes for 2 weeks straight, you say, yo, so she didn't
Seriously. But it's so much here. But you what? If she ain't at the same surrounding where she born and grow and where she come it and act them. Every man in the know about her, you know.
Our
So what
man,
she go do? Right. No man not going, no man, if a man even in the community want to take her up because settle down, he might go think about all of them things and he might go know say boy he might go look like a fool. So a man not go take her up. But make sure just leave from New York and go Atlanta. And so a man don't just care from now, we never know nothing about that. Take her up, put her in a big ocean, drive big car and all that thing there.
true, man.
I'm telling you that. So enough time you see them a go on to them a be nickel themselves and just want to steer for them there. You understand? Where everybody know about them and them not know what you call it now, they not a life there so.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, just leave.
Them have to
Just
change up.
leave. Simple. Yeah.
It come like when the mongrel them go to Canada with you. Different thing, you see me? Different.
You say dog, they look pretty, brother.
Brother, may I tell you, and with they stone them a yard. I really talk, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes
man.
I just need a change of environment and just go around people value, yeah.
Yeah, man. Real man.
You have to change the environment.
It also good for the mind because maybe the things them way you say it not really attract you, so it kind of hold you to a position or hold you upon a level. While if it excel and grow your mind and see other things, you know, you're able to try other things and you know able to know other things and you don't know where you want based on.
Definitely.
But that makes sense because if you look for elevation out of the circle where you're in, you have to move yourself out of it and look for where you want somewhere else. Because you're not going to see nothing different wrong you. You're going to see the same junker them, the same man them I look on you, the same thing them, and them not take you serious neither because them a friend where you used to talk to or something or whatever.
Some man a business, but that you know, gone are the days, you know. Some woman and some man not do business with that again, you know.
Nah.
But it good still.
But certain man not do it. I just that.
Yeah.
Yeah, certain man not gonna do it.
People are overlook them things, you know, still. In a
And I want to tell you, hey, life is so fucked up, you know. Hey, you have a like girl in your a box boat, you know. And the man no want to, you know, me dog. And make you go take it up, you know, dog, and say you're going to live with it, you know. 19 different men out there fuck it same way with you, you know. And nobody never want it, you know. I tell you, you know, dog.
That me I tell you because you take up that one there where she.
Why you can't say 19 man want it? Why you not say fuck it? Why you can't say 19 man
no,
want
because
it?
she used
But
to it.
she not fuck 19 man.
She used to it. She used to it.
Yeah, but none of the used to or the like because remember people change. It's just
some people really just don't want to settle down.
I don't want anything when you don't want to die, man.
It's just
some people, no, in a today world, everybody people just have fuck, you know. Nobody not really relationship again.
Nobody get them about talk with tell you say no, so they're not building no man, because they're not do construction.
No man, people care man. It's boil them to the same thing we are talking about. It's the environment. People care.
So,
it's just the environment.
No.
So I say, and it cause the problem. Because even most of the youth them we are Gyalis. I learn that by watching the man them in the community and the man them tell them these things. Same like the woman. A girl reach all 14, 15 and them thing there. And the pressure, they on a one mother, a one auntie, where you feel like are the best prospect, you know. She a teach a niece or her sister or her daughter say, yo, they are do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a thing where we learn towards style.
Same way too. I know after same way too, I know some girl will grow up, like I tell the person will grow up for be the way them is because same thing. Them a grow up impoverished and them feel like man was their best prospect for make it out in terms of pay them bills and them thing there. And before you know it, them start live a certain lifestyle where them just get used to and don't know another lifestyle, and I saw them know for make it.
Bro, you know much
Yeah.
girl, whole heap of talent, whole heap of potential, brother, and them just feel like a man if you help them. It's so much talented that them say, wow, Chano. It's like you believe in them more than what them believe in themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah?
but go ahead, sorry.
So that way I say, you know, it's just the mindset. It's a thing where them learn over the years, and you know, the mind and the body, everything just tune in that way, and them don't know how to detox. So these are some of the things where we have to go find solution for. You see me? But anyway,
But the
bring
man
on,
them want solution too.
of course, then we are working on solution for everyone. You see what I
Okay.
mean? But with diversity, you can't just say this because what good for you is maybe not good for the next person.
Yeah, but the idolization of Gyalis compared to the discrimination of woman where maybe not care and I do the same thing when man I do. Is the idolization is the difference. It's good to be a Gyalis. It's good to have enough woman.
Yeah, but the idolization, no disrespect still, me no want to play the blame game because this program is not about blame game. But the inception of the idolizing start from mama, granny, sister, and them thing there. No disrespect. And them first see smile, and them first see cute, and some of them first see them thing there. The boy look good, the boy got whole heap of girl I gonna love him, Ray. We hear them thing there from mother first, auntie and granny and them thing there. We never hear that from a man. We never hear say we look good from a man.
But you hear man say, you hear your father and your grandfather say, yeah, them have enough girl or them,
No.
when them have a new girl, them praise.
Over time we see them thing there and we hear them thing there, but we are saying the inception and the starting start from mama, auntie and sister. Cute baby. Boy, I got whole heap of girl, boy, I got hot. Boy, what you do? You never say that boy your daughter. Or most people are gonna say that boy them daughter. Girl, I got cute girl. Girl, I got whole heap of man. You see it?
Yeah, Poochie, I mean that. My pressure for big Gyalis. I'm not a Gyalis.
Why am I not say comment then?
Let me bring on the psychic and the spiritual healer.
So you get a reading? Oh, what go on? Hello.
Oh,
Greeting.
Wait, first and foremost,
Welcome.
do you understand Patois?
I do. Yeah, I understand.
I think. All right. Just want to make sure so that we're communicating efficiently.
The only Greek you'll ever know that understands Papa.
All right. I'm one thing.
All right. So, tell you all like perspective. I've talked to people across the globe. I've been working like media for 15 or more, and
You're going in and out. Phone is in and out. I don't know.
oh, am I losing service? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was saying, after 15 plus years of working as a psychic medium, the majority of the people who come for questions, for guidance, for spirituality, is about love and relationship, about this topic. And everybody says, everyone wants to know, is he cheating? Is she cheating? When is he going to call me? When is she going to get back to me? Like, what's the outcome, right? And I can't express enough that it is not just men who are the Gyalis. There are so many who know exactly what they want.
You have a
Get it. And
wait, hold on. Lenny. It's Lenny, right?
Lenny.
Eleni. Do you have another device playing the live somewhere?
No, but I've been hearing an echo this whole time.
Yeah, there's an echo. Oh, there's an echo the whole time?
The whole time I've been listening, there's been an echo. Yeah.
I think you found the spot now.
Okay, I'm going to hold my hand right here.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Yeah.
As I was saying, a lot of women, I want to say 80% of the women that call questioning about love and relationships are the ones. And because I see energy, energy as a psychic, and it's a kind of a burden to carry. Hard to say the opposite here. And a lot of women say, you know, how is this relationship going to turn out? And is he going to change? Or are we together while the relationship still?
Still having connection problem.
Or other see it in their energy.
We still having some connection problem, and my fans keep on saying connection issue. So can you change the position of your surround?
Or
Move.
close the Instagram app and jump back on.
Okay.
Sometimes that works.
Okay, I'll end it and request again.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
Very much interesting. We can't wait to.
Yeah. Conversation started off strong a while ago. I like that.
Yeah.
What she has said makes sense here. She said a lot of women, just like men, know what they're doing and just live the life where they want to live.
But she also said people be wondering if the other person are gonna change. Can a Gyalis change? Find out on next episode of
You know what? If them change, you change. If them change, you change. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We good?
Go ahead, go again.
So I was saying, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you better now, yeah.
Okay, good. The majority of the women that would call, I want to say 80% of callers would be women in relationships, already in relationships, asking about another man in another relationship or multiple men. And they would not want to disclose that. They would say, I want to know about this person, so-and-so, and they would tell me their name. And I look into the energy and I say, okay, are you aware that this person connected to this person, connected to that person? Because energy is like currency. You can see the energy. And a lot of the women did not want to admit. Men will admit it. Men, I'm going to say, majority of the men who call will admit it. But women, they would never want to admit that they're looking to manipulate or control a situation or relationship to their benefit. They're already involved or with someone already involved. I want to say 80% of the people that we on women, not men. Thousands of people on these subjects across the globe. And so they know exactly what they know what they want. And they're trying to find ways to get what they want. If one man is giving them what they want, they will look the next one, right? But men so will admit it. They will say it, right? And we're so quick to blame and say, "Oh, the men are the Gyalis, the men are this, the men are that." But the women play a big part in men the Gyalis because the women want that. They want the man who wants all of the men, right? They want it all. They want it all. They want it yesterday, right? So we all play a role in this. We all play a part in this. So male versus female, masculine versus feminine from a spiritual perspective is energy. It's feminine energy, it's masculine energy, and there's a balance and an imbalance. There's an ebb and a flow, and everybody is flowing down this river. Everybody at some point in time is going here or there.
So basically, you're saying that mind games are mostly played by female.
I want to tell you that I think women are better at playing mind games than men because women are more intellectually, emotionally intelligent. I'm not saying men are stupid, but we are naturally more inclined, intuitively inclined to our emotions, to our desires, and being able to manifest, attract, control, or find a way to get what we want to get in a situation.
Manipulative, right? You think?
I want to say, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, think about it. Children. Kids will find any way to get what they want, right? They will use their behavior, they will use their vote, whatever words they can say, whatever actions they can do to try to get what they want. It's emotional. It's emotional, right? Men become logic. Society programs men to be logic and women to be nurtured, be emotional. So we drive off of our energy, and that emotional energy connects to the emotional energy of other people, connection to us. And women will learn to find a way, depending on their trauma from their past, to use and turn the direction they wanted to turn it. It's a survival mechanism. Understand it, do we? And men naturally provide the role to make it happen the way they want them to make it happen. So the women essentially is creating the Gyalis. See?
Yeah. 100%.
Diamond. Diamond. I'm going to join you back for a minute. Somebody want to ask a question. I'll join you back.
All right. Big up yourself.
Yeah.
The
Fear
woman is creating the Gyalis.
Yeah, fear want to talk to her, so yeah, we fear have to say to her, you know. Let in King Fear up.
Blessed love, what you doing, man?
Great.
Go on.
Yeah, we're there. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm learning also. I can say one thing. I was listening to the Empress just now talking about women being able to be more manipulative, if we may use that word. And that is so true. And she did also say something that I agree with. The society does train men to be more logical, right? And women and a more emotional, type of thing. You understand? Feel that men deals with whatever is in front of them. Men deals with the moment, if I may say so. So those are some very good points. There are some very good points. I hope everybody listening and learning.
Thank you. Thank you. Blessings to you. And so eventually, if you look at man, women, masculine, feminine as a balance or an imbalance, right? We all have both within ourselves.
Right.
So if you understand higher consciousness and you look at this idea of love as unconditional love, eternal love from the Most High, right? If every individual understood that love is coming from an unconditional love, they would not need to seek to exploit or fill a void. Everyone's looking for something at some point in time. We're all human. We're all looking for some fulfillment. Everybody at some point in time is looking for something to fill that cup. And when we get to a higher consciousness and understanding that energy is unconditional, it's eternal, it's not going to ever be fulfilled from any human being. There's no person in this world, there's no physical material thing in this universe that can give you what it is you think you're going to get in any of these external.
One panda. So true. As I always tell people, listen, if you're looking outside of yourself for anything, you're already looking in the wrong place.
Right.
Yesterday, I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and I was saying, listen, if you want a woman who is a billionaire, for example, the first thing you have to do, the first question you have to ask yourself is, what kind of man does that woman want? Then from within, mold yourself to be that person, and she will come.
Yep.
But if you go outside and start looking, I want a rich girl, I want a money girl, I want a billionaire girl, you start looking, you're wasting your time because you will never find what you're looking for. And that's exactly what you just said. Yep. You're right, just spot on. Keep teaching, I'm listening.
With that being said, we are multidimensional beings, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mental, emotional, spiritual, different parts of that are operating on different levels. And there's different people and different people's energy that we are connecting to on those different levels, right? Okay, so you have people you connect to emotionally, people you connect to physically, people you connect to mentally, people you connect to spiritually. When you lack a higher awareness of where that unconditional source is coming from, the Most High, okay, you're going to try to interpret love, quote unquote love, through all of these experiences in any way that you can find them. So whether you're looking to find it physically through physical pleasure, sexuality, or emotionally through some kind of a void you're looking to fulfill, mentally, or something you're playing out in your mind that you need to re-experience to heal from your past, from your trauma, whatever, or spiritually,
Right.
you are going to manifest that and you're going to attract that. And the person who is in alignment with that is going to come forward way at that.
There you go.
But the thing is, when you understand that you're translating energy as a conduit, that energy, you're channeling that energy through you and all of your interpersonal relationships, then you become more evolved. You can become you can understand, am I relating from my root chakra, from my sacral chakra? Am I relating from my emotional space? Am I relating from my higher self? Where am I relating in this relationship? You know? And the way we look at things, like between men and women, it's almost like a competition, a relay race. And a lot of times we're like that with ourselves. We think we're, you know, we have to compete with ourselves to become better, to get to where we think we need to go. And so naturally we attach to people, places, circumstances, identities that help us to achieve that next level that we think we're going from here to there, because we think linear. We think in terms of like up and down, like linear, right?
Right.
And so naturally we're going to attach to these things because we think they're helping us get from here to there. But actually it's a circle. It's a circle. And that circle is ultimately a circle of love. And everybody engaging in that circle is looking for love. They just don't understand where it's coming from. Attached to wherever attracting to them need it most at that time, if that makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense, Empress. Perfect sense. This is, I'm happy. Vibrant. Good work. Good work. I like the way this show is growing. This program is growing, because at the end of the day, people are what they know.
Give thanks.
People are their environment, and people need to hear this. You know, it is necessary. People need to hear this. You know, this will help them to grow to that next stage, that next level. You understand? In life. You know, in our Jamaican society, over the years, it has somewhat, I've watched a society somewhat deteriorate because of, there's so many things I can point fingers on. So I'm not really here to point fingers, but I've watched the society deteriorate because of the mindset of the people. You know, the mindset of the people not being in the right mindset or mind frame. You know, guys on the street, you know, they're a part of, you know, violence and all kind of stuff because their mindset just ain't right. You know, they don't know what they want, first of all, so they can't put out that energy. You know, everybody following each other. So I like this. I really like where this is going. And I must say, big shout out, Vibrant Empress. You know, thank you for coming on and sharing that. You know, we need it. We need it. For real.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yeah, man, we need it, man.
Yeah, so Penny, where you pertaining to points them we should point out?
I mean, she talk based on experience. The first 2 points that she touched on is basically, again, directly relates to you know, the conversations that she's had, and I find I kind of agree where she come from when she said, and someone would speak on previously, what would say men are more logical and women more know, I wouldn't even say know how to, but it might just be intuition. A woman just usually play the field better. Them think way steps ahead, and they're more emotionally in tune with what's going on. As far as the woman creating the Gyalis. Completely agree with that. You did have said that about, you know, like the first party it start. Usually your grandmother or somebody saying, hey, that little baby I look good, that little baby I got holy part woman. You know what I mean? And also something I wanted to comment and touch on a point there where she's like, yo, like a woman more than like I want the man where all the other women they want. That is very consistent throughout nature. If you're looking at most of the animal kingdom, right? The female is usually attracted to the male that has other females surrounding them.
Yes.
Right.
And so it just dragged back a question in my mind, something that I want to read about no about time, but it dragged back the question of like, is the girls thing natural? Like, is it just with nature? Or are we fighting against nature? But I feel like that's one conversation for it's a road for us to go down another episode. So I never really want to go in it like that. But it had me thinking about that, right? So then again, it had me twisting my mind as well because we do this program for kind of do like a corrective action sort of thing. But is it that maybe we don't need to curb away possibly from being a Gyalis, but it's the way of being a Gyalis. Remember what I talked about earlier is about you can drive, but are you using your indicator? Are you doing the things that you need to do? Are you being honest? Are you being ethical? Maybe these are the conversations that need to be had. So this is just where my mind go by based on listening to her.
I want
You know,
you go.
yeah. You know, as you touch upon there, I think balance is very important in this life, right? You know, some people think, you know, things should be black or things should be white, but there's so many shades in between. You know, like the last show I was speaking about variety. It's very important. You know, there's no who says that I need to be good or I need to be bad. You know, I'm saying that both ends of the spectrum and all the areas in between is fine. It is natural. That's all it should be. You know, can you imagine a world where everybody was the same, doing the same thing?
Diversity.
Diversity is very important. Yeah, so I wouldn't say, you know, this Gyalis thing is bad or this Gyalis thing is good. I mean, it's necessary. That's what I think.
People learn through experiences.
Get some views through some other people's eyes.
Hold on. Eleni did I say something?
People learn through experiences and diversity. Nobody would learn without diversity and without experiences. Because you can't reflect on yourself by yourself. You know, you need to reflect on yourself through the projection of how you feel around other people in different circumstances and how you see yourself through other people's eyes and vice versa. And if you're always looking for validation and you're just looking for what makes you feel better in that moment, you're only going to see yourself through that one ray of light, the one that you feel most comfortable in. But through diversity, you get outside of that comfort zone and you experience things differently. And so then you can be open to seeing different rays of the spectrum, different viewpoints, different perspectives, different angles. Everybody has a different angle. There's no right or wrong. They're just different options going at different frequencies at different times, you know? The most important thing I think to take away from this is like the understanding that feminine and masculine energy are two that become one, right? So when they are becoming balanced together, they are multiplying something. There's a result that comes out of that. And if that result for both people is beneficial and it equals growth and it equals a plus, then it makes sense. It grows, it circulates forwards, right? But if you have a plus and a negative, whether it's a feminine, masculine, masculine, right? If you have a plus and a negative, you're going to keep hitting up against that same wall until it makes sense, until you learn what you're supposed to learn from that circumstance, right? So you're going to keep going in these circles until you grow past that point in time. And whether you have to be a Gyalis or a Manis or whatever you want to call that, a womanizer or a manizer, to get from point A to point B, the universe is multidimensional. It gives you every experience you could ever need to grow from here to there. It's all for your benefit. It's all for everyone's benefit, right? And so when people don't see the benefit, they don't understand what it is they're getting from this circumstance. If they don't see what are they learning, how are they growing, they just keep hitting the same wall. They blame either the Gyalis or they blame either the Manis. They're going to blame somebody because they're not understanding what it is they need to grow from that circumstance. So the coin is going to toss on one side or the other, depending on where you are and what you understand that you're getting from that circumstance.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why that's why I said, it's necessary, but maybe we should be having a question about how do you do it properly.
Right.
Because I do feel like though it's necessary and though it might be a phase that you need to go through, I feel like there's a, don't take it absolute, right? Because no way is absolutely correct or absolutely incorrect. However, I do feel like some ways are just definitely not the right way to be doing it. Some ways, while going through that experience, you're creating a lot of trauma for other people.
And also for yourself, because if you look at energy as currency, as money, let's think of energy as money, because money is what rules the world. So it's the most easy way to understand energy. But energy is more real than money. So if you look at energy as abundance and the energy you're sharing with other people and the energy you're taking from other people, if you look at like tribal communities from the past and the way that people interacted in tribal communities, people would share. If they had something for their family that worked for their family, they would share that with other families. And those families would also share what they had with those families, right? And I'm not talking about specifically like polygamy. I'm talking about energy and currency on a higher level, right? Now, if you take that and you interpret that in today's society is so different from the way humans primally understood how to live. And that is our nature to live that way, to share, to communicate, to commune, right? And unity, right? So if you don't understand this unity, if you don't understand this circle, and everyone's taking, you're then now looking at a society that is considered what we call gain and gather rather than give and receive. Gain and gather. So if you're just looking to take, you're like a thief, an energy thief who wants to steal people's money. You don't want to tell them that you're going to steal their money. You want them to think that what you're giving them is equal to what they're getting, right? You want them to believe that you're giving them something that they want so you can get what you want. You take what you need and you go and you take it to the next one, then the next one. So essentially energy is like money. You could be stealing that energy from people at different times and then taking that abundance and moving it along wherever you go. Like used goods, like go to the thrift store instead of something fresh and new, right? So it depends on where you are.
Question. You say a person is taking energy from one place to another, meaning they can take the energy from one partner to a next partner.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
What is the time frame that one has before they can move to a next partner without taking an energy?
There's no time frame.
There is no time. No time and time and space are not real.
So,
irrelevant.
That's why I believe cross is girl alone.
Yeah, so how can you tell when you transfer energy? From when you free up
energy. So everything that you consume comes
from the first start.
Becomes a part of you. And then that is the energy that then you give, that you project, that you manifest in your life. So if you're stealing energy without doing it like what you said, Penny, like the right way, like honest way, if you're stealing energy, you're manifesting that. At some point in time, the karma police are going to catch up.
Energy is going to be stolen from you also.
Exactly.
So basically,
and fill it up and fill it up and fill it up, because it's like a never-ending drain that just keeps draining and draining. So it is not fulfilled to be that way now. But if you're going at it from a perspective of giving love in a community where people are also interested in on that same level, if there's what we call mutual consent, it's okay, because there's an honest exchange of energy. You know what you're getting, you know what you're giving. There's no confusion, there's no cheating, there's no lying, there's no stealing money, there's no karma police out to get you. Transparency. That's what transparency is.
True, 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 true.
What were you going to say?
No, I was saying that basically then for a Gyalis, you are saying that in reality, if that person been with 20 person, that person have 20 energy walking with.
Yes, but not just, we're not just accumulating 20 people's energy like it's our power. We are accumulating their obstacles, their blockages, their trauma, the shit they need to heal.
Brother, that's why if a low cross is girl, no, serious.
No, yeah, because
Really,
the energy.
It's not that I'm not a supportive person.
Some crosses, man, brother.
Brother, it's not that I'm not a supportive person, but you see, if me have vibes a certain way, I'm just realize that, like, your energy off, or you just, fam, you just low your fam. I don't deal with you, fam. Like, you just do your own thing. Yeah, me hear it from over.
You see that skill boil down to double standard, you know, because these people need healing as well.
Yeah, but I overdraft the ELM.
Oh, you're gonna heal them.
So what you got?
Yeah, possibly you are the healer, you know. But you have to figure that out. You understand? I should say, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Every experience you have, there's a lesson to be learned from that experience. See? Every single
person can create a connection, you know, even though you realize that there's tension. Because even though you might fight and you might cuss and all of this might go on, you just can't seem to, you know, really leave that person. Maybe you have to get an aura mist. You know, you can create that person.
Thank you. Do all of the self-help.
Get yours.
Listen. I just need to tell you one more thing before it's time. People all need healing. We all need love. Everybody needs it, but nobody is comfortable being vulnerable with themselves and understanding, what am I needing and why am I needing this? Or what is it that I want to give and why do I want to give this? And what am I hoping to receive in return for that, right? That's a hard question to ask yourself and to understand, right? When you start to understand that, you can get into a deeper relationship with yourself and the higher consciousness, because then it's between you and the Most High. It's not about your external circumstances. Then you can begin to heal within yourself. And you don't need to use people for your happiness or use people for your physical pleasure and use other human beings for your mental satisfaction so you can sleep better at night. You understand? So it's something that we learn to fulfill within ourselves through the Most High, through that connection within ourselves. But that takes so much time. It takes so much like research and studying and learning. And in the past, polygamy was, in tribal cultures, it was very normal because they saw it as men have something to provide for the women. They're giving them security, they're giving them safety, they're giving them financial security, right? So they can provide for their children, so they can expand their tribe, so they can then multiply the tribe, right? Nowadays, it's not that anymore. We can find financial security within ourselves as women. Some women prefer that life. Some men prefer that life. There's no right or wrong. It's what works for them. But consciously, spiritually, we shouldn't need to use other people for our benefit. We should be able to learn what we need to learn from these experiences, translate them energetically through the Most High, and then give back from what we've...
Yes, 100%.
What if you want to heal with your partner? What if you want to heal together?
Yeah, but I have to heal by yourself.
Beg your talk. One of the things that I've learned, a very valuable lesson I've learned.
Brother, weird, because there's a reason why I asked this question.
I think that if you choose and your partner choose that you are a match, you have a conscious goal, you want to heal together, you feel that your energies spiritually, mentally, physically are connecting in alignment, then you're set for monogamy. It works for you. You choose to heal together. You choose okay, you don't need A, B, C, and D to do all of these things that you thought you had to do on your own. You don't need to do it on your own. Now you choose, okay, I want to do this with a partner. I want to be vulnerable with this person. It's a choice that two people make together.
All right. The
Beg
reason.
your talk. More add to that. Hold on the vibrant. More add to that. Yes, what I say?
Wait,
More
no,
add to that.
Hold on, Pharaoh. Hold on, Pharaoh.
finish for you. Because the reason why I asked this question, it's the same reason why that evolve. Because remember, once a person evolve, that person cannot go back to that level. So if you have a partner and you really care for that person, that's the reason why I asked if it's possible to heal together. Meaning, you don't need to leave him or her down there and go up there, and then it's not gonna work because you grow out your partner. You understand? If you both on a level and you don't grow together, how can that relationship save?
But all right, can I
Well,
real quick?
Yeah.
Eleni, I feel like, right, you and your partner have to make a conscious decision to look internally and grow. Because, you see me, if you look internally within yourself and heal, and you move, you elevate to a different level as well, you say, and your partner decides that them now gonna do the same thing.
Because your partner no must your partner.
Your partner no must your partner. Remember, you know, it's a thing called
You cannot-
confirmation bias. You might tell yourself that a person
You cannot
is your
force yourself.
partner,
Yeah, you cannot.
and
Yeah.
you will pick up any evidence
Right.
where say
Anything.
it is, and you will
There
think,
you go.
yes, this is it. But
Yeah.
some people in our life, like what Eleni said, for it's for a season, in order for it's a phase that we have to go through in order to get us through our true self and where we need to be. Maybe that relationship was just what you needed to grow. Or it can just be the situation where literally when you decide to grow together and on both and decide to heal separately and move on together and elevate together.
Still works.
But you have to
Yeah,
look
Tyler
internally.
Perry. Well, I know Tyler Perry said it best, you know. Tyler Perry was one of the men who said it best. So you have rude people, you know, you have limb people, you have leaf people, you know, leaf drop off like season, limb will go, but the root people will always stay. Sometimes you believe somebody is a partner, as you must say, but it's not your partner. Once you make the changes inside of you, not looking to make the changes externally, because you really can't change things outside. You make the changes inside of you and everything revolve around that. So if that person is your partner, then I go there. You not have to even think about that.
Listen, brother, you know there's a lot of good women out there right now without a man. And you know there's a lot of good man out there right now without a woman. The same reason.
Every good man get a woman, and every good man get a man.
Yeah, but that's the same reason. The same reason is that same thing that you just said, brother. You see, sometimes you think about too much, brother. So you have goal in front of you and you don't realize because your mind is somewhere else. And you think about where you don't see it. You feel me? So sometimes
my point was
you need to try.
Yeah.
No, but my point was this, you know, vibrant. You have to look internal, you know. So if healing comes from internal. So while you are healed internally, your partner have to decide to heal internally as well.
Yeah, but
that's
if the conversation is transparent. Communication.
Yeah,
is
but you
can't just get up and say, yo, me have to do this for myself and me need to do this.
Right, but you're not acknowledging the facts, right?
No.
And this is the point where myself, Eleni, and Pharaoh make. You can choose to be honest and transparent and do everything right, and that person just not dep on that frequency there. Them not. It's like Eleni say, yeah, exchange energy. There comes a point where in terms of currency,
and it's a waste of time.
In terms of currency, you might right now your currency might reach, let me say the British, the pound. You see me? And your partner still left on some Jamaican currency, and them now like this. At some point, there's going to be a mismatch, and you cannot take it up on yourself and say, "Yo, boy, that person I want good woman. I'm gonna do it." From at some point, if you outgrow, or if you reach to a different level, a different level of currency, you have to learn to move on from. And at that, I see a reason why.
I stay there and hold back yourself and hold down yourself.
And that's what you're gonna say, yo, it have enough good woman.
Call you back, yeah?
Alright.
Angle your bats, man.
Right,
it's like how you're gonna say, yo, it have enough good woman without a man and enough good man without a woman. Like, I believe say some people in a situation where them go through, and when I say situation in this particular instance, I mean negative, because they fail to realize said the other person just never gonna get to their level.
Okay, so
Greetings.
Give thanks. Greetings. Give thanks. Yeah, I love the reasoning.
Seeing.
Sin, foremost sin. But here what I want now.
Yeah.
You see, like me hear the question when I ask, well, if you want to grow and you want your partner to grow with you,
Yeah.
well, that's not really necessary like that, like you have to ask I want to grow with you, you know. The thing is definitely, from you there with a partner, you can't think yourself higher than them. Because it's just a partner, just like that, you know.
Yeah.
Because like we say, you know, everyone higher self, they're on the same dimension. And we all have higher self. Saying?
Yeah.
So you know, you see the light in you, I go to create that transformation in your circle. And sometimes you ever your balance.
Raggedy, big up.
Saying?
he's
So,
gonna
you know, seeing so every time it all go that way there. And them thing there. But the thing is, you know, say, the thing is, you know, say, in a spirituality, never ever take like say you're higher than a next person. For instance, you might have study, you might have hold a meditation in a spirituality. Or your next partner might have a work in a medical place and then now hold a meditation. But at the same time, a life, they might take care of every day, which is the most valuable asset on the universe is life. And that they might take care of. See? So highness not going to just like the way how we think it and them thing there. See? You have enough spiritual people and high people where do different kind of work as the sister say. See? And more time some people are not just the meditation, they like she say, you don't have right and wrong. Yes, you have right and wrong, like all when time you violate the next person's rights. Saying I just so wrong will come like if you don't violate the next one rights, you'll be no wrong. But right and wrong on like how people check it from a disagreement point of view. Saying people always take disagreement for right or wrong.
I have to interject you. One thing, I agree with everything you're saying, but there's something that we forget to mention in all of these conversations is the opportunity to choose, free will to choose, right? And when we are in these relationships, we think we have ownership of these persons that we're with, and we think we can choose for them and say, oh, they have to keep matching us where we are. They might not be able to match you where you are.
Definitely.
You can't choose them. You can only choose for you.
Right.
If you choose and it's your free will and you say, I keep choosing this person regardless of where they are, regardless of if they're broken or not, regardless of if they understand me or they don't today, I still choose this person. That's your free will.
That's your free will too.
And it's funny, you know, how you said that, you know, because you know what the problem is? It's people really have problem with people. Even with relationship, people outside looking at people and say, how she there with him? How him there with her? You know, it's always, always people problem in terms.
You know, when you know that it's your choice and your choice is not being taken away from you, you're exercising your strongest human right is your choice, your free will. That is what our strongest power is, right? On our solar plexus, like, that's when you know even more that you're choosing it for the right reason. You're not choosing it because someone is manipulating you to choose it. You're not.
Oh, definitely not saying right.
Right.
Everything. Things have to be purposeful.
Right. You have a reason that you're choosing it. It's not because the other person convinced you or because you need something from them.
I'm saying.
It's true in you and how you feel, what you choose.
I'm saying though, how would you know if you are being manipulated?
That's a good question. That's a good question. You know,
well, if you self-awareness, if you are self-awareness enough, you're really aware of yourself and them things, you're going to know if you're being manipulated in any situation or any time.
Usually, someone find out that they were being manipulated after the manipulation has already occurred.
But yeah, but you know what happened now? Normally, forward to the manipulation, you're right. forward to the Gyalis thing and rewind the conversation of forward. We need to talk about the thing where the woman them can cause. For real. Because honestly, like we say, woman always more on top of them game because every time a Gyalis, same out there, and the girl like you. Same. If the girl never like you, bro, I no. Same.
Yeah.
I mean, I show them, come and see them thing that time plus time. Me in a situation where I at a place and I see a girl a walk, I come up and I check, say, I have say something to her, you know, saying, I'm glad, and then me see she just come, right. When me say something to her and me say something to her and being go on and we link and, you know, say after the link, and long after that, she make me know, say, the day when time we just link, she spat me, sit down from she a drive, I go around and then I go think there and come in a my way for me to see her. Saying, way ahead of me, couple months ago. Saying, so just as you say on them kind of thing there. All the time, I'm gonna say, them a Gyalis and them kind of thing there. It's always really a female.
Brother, a reality, you know. Because, you know, say, all of my, like, as we say, growing up, all of my long-term relationship, it always, every time when we reason and make the mention, so we make the move, they make me know the same thing. They already have eyes on me. So it's like,
yeah, man. Yeah.
Woman give, a man subdue.
How you know you're being manipulated? How you know spiritually, energetically you're being manipulated? First thing you look at is what are your intentions? Because like attracts like, okay? Second thing you look at is when you're more in tune with yourself and you know what your intentions are, you know what it is you want, what you're looking for, you are most likely going to attract something that is in alignment with what you want and what you're looking for. If you're transparent, if you're in alignment with what you're looking for, if your body, speech, mind is in alignment with that, where you're living what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're being is in alignment. 9 times out of 10, you're attracting something that is in alignment with that. Now, sometimes you get opposites attract, right? You get light and dark, where you might be putting out all the good vibes, all the good intentions, and you might be getting the complete opposite. But it's easier to notice that when you're so firm and strong in your boundaries and what you believe, what you know you want. It's easy to detect something or someone that is coming in from the complete opposite angle. And so it's just basically having the clarity within yourself, the strength, the intuition, the energy to know the inner communication within yourself to know, what do I really want? And when you're in that person's presence and you're in that energy, you either feel like it's a click or it's not. And you have to try your gut. You have to go with your gut, you know? And time always reveals things. Time is always going to tell you what you need to see. If you're willing to invest in someone or something, then you're willing to give it time to understand it over time, because time is always going to bring everything to the surface, right? So if you're just there for a temporary period of time, for a shallow experience, because you're just not there yet emotionally, then you're not going to give it the time. You're going to get what you need and you're going to move on, and you're going to attract in circumstances to you things that are unavailable for long-term connections. You're going to attract things that are available to meet you in that space, in that shallow space. You understand? But if you're looking to invest your time and energy, if you think of energy like money, if you're going to invest your money into something, you want to study what it is that you want to invest your money into. You don't want to just put your money into something that you don't know what you're investing into. You want to take the time to learn about it.
Yes. Yeah. That's a transition what we just get into right now, and then we're just getting into it. So we realize say these are the necessary things, because are just the evolution a humanity and a whole. As you say from before, time gone we used to be hunters gatherers. Time gone we used to live in an intimate community. Now we controlled by a thing called states and market. See? So in terms of people are go to either them community or them bigger old appearance, them for any advice or for trash out any case, them go trash it out in a fort. All on national TV, see? And them feel comfortable because the states back them like that. So at the same time, we have to understand the difference and the transition because thing not to reverse. See? But we have to overstand so it go. So therefore now, all this different kind of learning come up on them kind of thing, they for how people deal with relationships and them kind of stuff. It wasn't like that. And even when some people think like people broken people never broken, people just never know them stuff. Sin is just a different evolution and we are going to transition and people are say better ways, how we can do better things. And we have to find ways of implement this information to the youths them or to the people them and them thing there. It's not like we can criticize and say how some people are this and that when they never know better. Sin?
Yeah, I know.
So that's just the position that we reach now. We find ways how we have to show people say this is how it comes. And to be honest, we realize there is so much more females more than male. So there's no quick fix for this thing. There's one right fix on them thing there. Everyone have them way to choose how they want to them thing. See? But at the same time, they're all gonna be that up, eh?
How that though? Because you know, so I do a study and it shows say even in America, it shows say boy every 117 of for instance Japan, America, a couple more players have the same ratio. 117 to 111 girls out of every 1 to 5 year old. So it shows say more boys born. So I think where woman outrun man is the ratio of prison in terms of death and prison rate. You know, because less woman die, studies show less woman dead, you know, than man. So
well, apart from over China and them thing, they want a lot of places see a lot of girls born away, a lot of boys. Wherever it be and them thing there. Well, as we say, there's no quick fix to anything, you know.
300 baby born, you know, and 290 was girl and 10 in a hospital. 300 baby, 290 was girl and 10 was boy.
Yeah.
The topic of energy, of masculine and feminine energy, estrogen and progesterone. Okay, so if you understand energy and you understand what is becoming more multiplied in the universe and what is lacking in the universe, it's male energy is lacking. Female energy is surpassing male energy. If you're saying more women are being born than men, so that means the masculine energy is not healing and it's not multiplying.
Well, strategically, hear what now? We have a system we want to create. We find it more easy for slave female energy, since as I said that, you know. So that's why it go on them thing. That's why even this economy, you see, the economy is more female friendly and them stuff there. Because to be real, woman already if it does war, like we say, and them thing, they them also suck up some emotion and see how them can fix things better. So these systems, they say, if they control the workforce, them can get things better done with them, easy and them kind of thing, them up on them thing. You know, see how woman depend them work on them thing, someone they left it and go drink on them thing. Woman they not that better. Woman depend. So the system realize that. See? And them use that energy in everything. Them cut out the male energy in even the herbs. In herbs, they don't want no seed in the herbs. In the plants, them get out the male in everything with them can get out most male and them thing with them the system predominantly cut down the male energy.
The female energy is sort of kind of like, I guess you can say essentially overpowering the masculine energy. And what's happening is the more that men heal the masculine and honor the masculine, the more that women trust in that safe space, in that energy, the stronger the masculine energy becomes. Because the masculine energy is to protect, to be a force, to penetrate, right? You cannot have penetration without the receptor, without the receiving end of that penetration saying, come in, come in. Understood?
Yes, you're right.
The way that nature works is if you don't allow, if there's no trust, if there's no flow between those two vibrations, The masculine energy cannot penetrate the way it needs to penetrate to reproduce more masculine energy. Because that power, if it's not being used appropriately, the feminine energy will not allow it. The feminine energy will block it and will overpower it.
Well, not only that they will block it, but the feminine energy also must not be like a competition, because like we say, remember time, we are telling you this. Remember one time, all of them, when them used to fight the woman, and when Haile Selassie, the king of king, crowned, him crowned with him queen, and said this, a king and queen thing, this a man and woman thing. Them time, before that, a king of a crown, 2 weeks every time before the queen crown. So me I try to show you, say, Rastafari or our community was one of the community who tell you of the importance of bigging up the woman them. Saying one time, you remember, we can see all the issue when woman them never used to vote and all them kind of things before. See? So when woman realize them empowerment, say them give life now and them thing there. Like you said, them not block the male energy. Them know say it's a combination, because man like we did, they have fight for them. We in a society right now where most of them, the female, use their energy like a competition.
Yep.
It's same and a black, because now they're more predominantly economically in a better stage, and literacy, so much of the youth them have to go in all through the systems and them kind of stuff. Same. So like we are saying, the thing have a balance in the fixing.
Listen to this, okay? So look at the word relationship, right? Okay, look, okay. I have notes. Relationship, okay? You either have a relay, like a competition, a relay, or a real relationship. So if you look at relationships between man and woman, relay is competition. You're competing masculine and feminine, and a lot of times the ego. The woman is competing with the other woman. The woman is competing with the man. The man is competing with the other man. The man is competing with the woman. That's a relay. That's not a real relationship. A real relationship, there is no competition. It's unity. It's connection. It's partnership. It's when two become one, when you work as a unity. Like there's a Jamaican phrase for this, is from many come one, right? I think that's what it is, right?
From many come one.
I don't say it right.
From many come one.
So can that union build with more than one?
Then how many come one?
Can the Gyalis build that union with more than one? Or the female build that union with more than one?
Good question.
What's that?
That union you're talking about. You just spoke about. I said, can it build with more than one?
The real relationship.
Union more than one?
Can you
What
have a
do you mean?
real
You mean if it can't build with more than two? What you mean?
He's asking if you can have a real relationship with more than one person.
I don't know, because see, it depends on the community you're looking at. Okay, in the past, polygamy was normal because they needed that to secure their family's security. The men needed to protect these women from other tribes, from other men coming and taking their women and taking over their land. So you needed the man to provide for multiple wives at that time. Now it's not like that anymore. That is not necessary for spiritual evolvement. It's not necessary for evolution. Now people can evolve by themselves. People can become pregnant by themselves. People can be monogamous, and be happy, and people can also be in multi-relational relationships and be happy. It depends on the community you choose to be in. It depends on what you want.
So it's possible.
I'll take our next guest.
I mean, if it's possible, then it happen,
No,
bro.
hold on.
It's happening right now. Yeah.
May I ask her from your spiritual experience?
I know of people.
Then we know it's happening.
What?
Right now.
Do what?
In
Man,
A real
man,
relationship with more than one person.
Man happy with him wives. Right now, you have someone having wives and they happy. Are they unhappy, bro?
happy.
Yeah.
I know of people in communities, but they live by the book. They live by the Old Testament. They're Israelites.
No, they don't live. We're not talking about no Old Testament, sister.
We're not talking about the Old Testament people.
They live today. They live today. Today we are talking. Today they talk on.
Israelite people, they're religious people. They live by the book.
I take a call and call you back, Bobo. Hold on.
guideline, and they follow that guideline, and it works for them because they're all in alignment with that guideline. But then,
Melanie, respectfully, I know people that are living that lifestyle right now.
But they're not
without,
spiritual.
and they're not. It has nothing to do with religion.
Exactly my point. Exactly my point. And so they're just looking at it as.
Yeah, but what my point is, right? Like in terms of having that real relationship, right?
Yes.
Which is like, really and truly being transparent and, you know, meshing of the energy, unity, whatever the case might be. Do you feel like, you know, based on your spiritual experience, that it's possible to, I guess, form a real relationship, meaning unite your energy with more than one person?
Okay, so I'm going to give this to you in an energetic perspective, okay? If you have money and you're going to invest your money into something that you think is worth your investment that's going to multiply, okay? You're going to look at all the stocks and you're going to say, okay, I'm going to put my money here, 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 and here, and I'm going to study the stocks. I'm going to see if this is going to multiply my money, if this is going to multiply my money, if this is going to give me more fulfillment, if this is going to give me more power, if this is going to help expand whatever it is I'm looking to expand on, right? In that experience, if the people that you're doing that with are in alignment with what you're doing, it multiplies because like attracts like. So when you have people who are in alignment with this that also want the same thing, it works. It can work. Okay. I've talked to many people who are in multiple relationships and they're okay with it because everybody is okay with it. But if you're not transparent, then you're just an energy stealer, just like a thief of money. And the karma police is going to catch up with you.
Yeah. Well, I believe it. I just wanted the answer, but I realized when I asked the question initially, you were like, I don't know. So I was like, yo, like, what going on? So
why? I'll tell you why. It's because I've seen where those relationships end up. And they don't end up in what you think you want to get out of it when you go into it. So
let's not overgeneralize.
I'm not going to overgeneralize. I've talked to thousands of people who are in multiple relationships, right? And when I see them going, and I look at the energy when I see them going into it, and I also see them coming out of it, and I say, you're not going to end up staying in this relationship because what you think you're going to get out of it is not what you think you're going into it for. You're going to come out of it with something completely different than what you think you're going into it for. Because that person is bringing into that relationship another, I don't know how many other people's energy into that relationship. So if you're okay with opening up your energy to, I don't know how many people that person's connected to, and then that person, and then that person, right? You're going to come out of it on a completely different level than what you think you have going into it. So if you're okay with losing that control and ending up where you don't even know where you're going to end up, then fine, go for the ride.
Respectfully, I feel that way about every relationship. You know, I mean, I talk as a married man, like when you go in a relationship, you're not the same person coming out of the relationship.
But at least you know what you're
doing. You have to be willing to give up a piece of who you are right now in order to form that you can.
Self-sacrifice, and if you can't self-sacrifice, then you cannot relate. You can't relate. But when you go into something and you know what you're going into, you can say, okay, I'm choosing now to either walk away because I learned what I've needed to learn from this. I'm walking away. I'm taking this lesson I'm learning and I'm going to apply it to my future instead of repeating the same circle and the same pattern and starting again where you left off, because this is what we do. We take with us and then we keep repeating until we change it. And we expect that we're going to get someone else that's going to change or a circumstance that's going to change. Instead, we need to change ourselves, right? And so we keep repeating until we learn to change. So you can manifest the same circle, the same situation with a different person and so many different circumstances or different people at the same time in different circumstances. That doesn't mean you're learning. That doesn't mean you're growing. It doesn't mean you're actually getting anywhere because you will keep repeating the same thing again and again and again. But if you understand what you're dealing with and you know the energy that you're choosing to relate to and you know where that energy is coming from because you choose it and also they choose you and they choose you, that's a whole nother ballgame. You're two people watering the same plant. That plant is going to produce flowers. That plant is going to grow. Two people watering the same plant. Now, if you're one person trying to fix yourself, and you're trying to fix yourself with so many different people in different relationships at different times, and those people are doing the same thing with so many different people at different relationships in different times, you're overwatering. Your plant is going to drown. Your plant for water.
That's muddy water.
Yeah.
Or it's not going to get enough.
Anyway,
Respectfully.
on the top, Gyalis, so we more ask.
Hold on. I'm going to close off the conversation by saying respectfully, I've seen it work for people, and I believe that it can work. I get your perspective. I respect your perspective. But yeah, but I do feel like, and that's why I said let's not overgeneralize, right? Because initially, when we bring up the conversation, you were like, I've seen where these relationships end up. And respectfully, I just want to say to all the people here that are thinking about doing something like that, they don't all end up the same way. You can try their own path as long as there's transparency and are willing to grow together.
It's true. It can work. I've seen it work. I've seen people happy having multiple relationships, and everybody's like in on it, and everybody's happy with it, and it's all good.
What's the most common attribute you would say that is in those persons' relationship that actually achieve certain levels of happiness? What are certain factors in it? What are certain things? What I can say I've learned, is not be so stringent, not be so ruly, not be so controlling, make things flow, if the man wants to shift your panty, let him shift it. You know what I mean? Like, don't tell him
free will and determination. If she don't want to shift her panty, leave the panty alone.
Nah, man, I'm here by the panty, man. Gyalis road.
But that not give you permission to shift it, brother.
No, we're not talking about permission now. We're talking about the ambience of you and your girl, and you want to start some stuff. You don't want to follow the script that was given from you were born. You want to change it up a little. Allow Gyalis to do that.
Yeah, but if she don't want to change it up, what you gonna do?
People want
Gyalis road.
People.
You're gonna find the girl alone with shift it anytime. Gyalis road. Them dead here. That's what I'm telling you guys. Don't settle for some of these women that have a lot of rules that sometimes they cannot live up to.
Hold on. Eleni, respectfully, I don't know if you know, but this guy is the Gyalis Road villain. Like
Gyalis Road. Gyalis Road. Woman, okay. Yeah. You see, she's upset. You said something last night, and she upset with you, and you apologize. You took all the mediums as the nice guy. It's for nothing, You get up in the morning, you cook some nice breakfast. You rubbed the feet last night to no avail. You're still not getting what you need, because let us face it, guys. We don't have a lot of need. And that's why we're kind of falling now. We don't have a lot of need.
What's up your front left?
I think that people who they're all looking for.
You go out and come back.
Hold on. Eleni attack. Hold on.
People who go into these, I'm going to call them multi-dimensional relationships willingly by choice, are looking for freedom. They want their escape, or they want to find freedom, one or the other.
No, I just want anytime access to my woman. That's the only part of her I really want to control.
One woman or
the part. No, my woman. The only reason I involve multiple women is because I outsource certain characteristics that I might not be able to be given from women.
Listen.
For whatever reason, Let's just say she's upset today. She doesn't want to give it. I just go get it somewhere else. I'm a hunter. That's what I do. She knows that.
The right woman for you will want you just as much. You upset her and she upsets you. When you upset her, it will turn her on. When she upsets you, it will turn you on. It will just work. It will just work.
You believe that?
It sounds toxic.
Yeah, I believe that.
You believe that?
Yeah.
No, she don't sound toxic. She sound like she not a dream girl. I think that woman can take me off Gyalis road.
But my point is this. Why you keep
woman
yourself?
that you describe, if you know her, tell her to inbox all class rentals.
why are you keeping yourself in the relationship with a woman where you know it's not your dream girl though?
Because you have to give it your all, sir.
That's
You
No,
have
you
to
go
give
back
it
to a
your all.
vibrant and say no, but what if you want to grow? If the woman never gonna grow to the point where she always like give a pussy, leave, bro.
We're not talking about the grow
No,
part now. Growing
brother,
is self-explanatory.
brother.
Any person or any human being with ambition will naturally grow. What we probably do is we put a time frame on our growth and an expectation on our growth, and sometimes we don't meet each other's expectation.
So if she
There
not
comes
if
the
she not
frustration.
if she at 30 and she not shift jobs at 60, expect her to shift jobs, brother.
Listen,
It's
I say,
time up,
Man,
bro. If she's not the
never
woman
too
for you,
late for
leave.
shower rain, man.
remember,
Never too late for shower rain. Never too late.
remember the same thing we say about evolution. So that's the reason. You see, the evolution now make man shift the draws where you talk about because of evolution. Him want she do that. You feel me? Because if you really
Man,
check it, watch you know, remember the same code system where Bobo are telling you, if you really check it in a brother, that means 90% of man get up and rape them woman every day. Because them say if she said that, you know, Ray. So the reality is that them thing we are talking about, so we're glad even
I facts.
because
yeah, man, because these things cause Gyalis Road. A lot of things. This is what man complain about. I have a lot of married friends, and unfortunately, their women on the side allow them to shift it anytime they want to. And the lady in the house who is getting the pampering and the nurturing and the goodies and the treats and the kids and the house and the car payments and the insurance and the lawn doing and the garbage disposal and the electric bill and the cable and the phone bill.
Stop.
You know,
Yeah, all of them
not
things that's
allowing.
simple.
He's not allowing. No, man. Allow yourself to be conquered.
Listen,
Sure.
Excuse, hold on, brother. First of all.
comfort and convenience is not love. Comfort will not help you grow. Convenience will not help you change. As long as somebody is enabling you to give them everything they need other than love, they will settle for that. And they will say, okay, I will take that instead of love. And they will
Yeah. Convenient, girl, boy.
Love. I've been taught to provide and
I'm glad
protect
you
and
asked
cultivate.
that question.
What is love?
I'm
Boy, I
glad
want a
you-
Then I
convenience store.
Nobody taught me then. Nobody did that. That's why I took Gyalis Road
Ellen, the
for it.
boy want
So
a bodega, girl.
I meet a woman and she doesn't succeed or she doesn't do something well, I outsource that. You know, I wasn't taught to stay and fight and feel,
People
you know,
fight.
and cry sometimes. I did not know that, you know.
Ellen, a convenient girl, boy, look.
for what they want to fight for. People do what they want. You see what people want by what their actions are. You watch what they do, you know what they want. They go after what they want.
True.
What somebody wants by what they do. And so you will always fight for what you want. If what you want is security, you will fight for that security. If what you want is convenience or comfort, you will fight for that comfort. If what you want is a thrill or a new experience or something to excite you, you will push for that. You will find everything.
What I want is unconditional love.
And
I want, if you're upset at me still let me shift the pen. Okay? We're upset, we apologize, we hug, you gotta, because, all right, let us face it, guys. Female has a way that we mess up and we know what they like and we try to do that. Okay? And try to do it as best as possible so it doesn't look, you know, like it's a performance. Let it be authentic, you know? So you got to go on a side where emotions live. You know, you might cry, you know what I mean? But it works. See? But I'm saying sometime, you know, and these things that I'm crying out now are sometimes this is our independent queens now. This is our phenomenal women I'm talking about. Because Gyalis Road cannot be a Gyalis Road if your women are not that type of caliber, you know, that other fellows would want to be with them. That's the type of women we attract. That's the type of women we're talking about, you know.
Right.
So with that being said, with those women, it's a challenge, you know. Like you take a one wrong turn, you know, like vagina just off limits until when, you know, you could have wash, cook, clean, pay a bill, pick up the kids, drop off the kids, pay the plumber,
Sometimes
pay piper. Hey,
hold on.
Petty talk.
I feel like we're all over the place right now.
All
You
over
know what I
the
mean?
place.
We're all over the
Gyalis
place.
Gyalis Road is an institution for learning.
Penny,
Yes, however,
Penny.
every learning institution have a curriculum. And today we are talking about Gyalis
Right.
versus the female
Yes.
counterpart. And
Yes.
on that topic, right? All right, hold on. Before we even touch on that, I want to address something real quick. Because I don't know, I love talk about sex. Enough man and shift panty. Enough man and get up and shift panty without foreplay. Maybe she just never in the mood. Foreplay is important, niggas. That's all I gotta say. All right, back to the conversation. What we are
The
talking
king,
about?
No,
or
hold on.
the king queen finna in the mood.
Slow.
Or the
The
king queen.
curriculum.
Or the king
Slow.
queen finna in the mood. What kind of style that?
Hold on,
Finna
hold
in
on,
the
hold on,
mood.
hold on.
No. Don't start getting into sex talk about that now. No.
Please, Anton.
Okay, stay on topic.
Gyalis versus them female counterpart.
Okay, staying on topic. You said that it's a curriculum. So I'm going to reference something that I think everyone should read at some point in their life. Okay, I'm going to reference something like knowledge, not just based off my experience or your experience, but education. All right, let's educate ourselves. Okay, so my spiritual teacher, he's an African Swami. His name is B.T. Swami. He wrote a book called Transforming Lust into Love. And it's very educational. It helps you understand the difference between lust and love, fear and love, okay? Or fear and insecurity, your instincts or your fears, love, fear, all of that. And it helps you understand that everything in life is like a school for love. And if we understand that we came here to love, that we're all hungry for love, all of our
No, me hungry for love. Me know that.
What's his name again?
Unconditional love. Me know that.
What's
Me
his name
hungry
again?
for love. Me love
we're
from
all
woman.
hungry. We're all
Can
hungry
you
for
repeat the
love.
author's? Can you repeat the author's name, please?
B.T. Swami, Bhakti Tirtha Swami. And the book is called, so it's Spiritual Warrior Volume 2, okay? And so this book is called Transforming Lust into Love. And he talks about the connection between your spirituality and your interpersonal relationships, and how everything in your life, your finances, your job, your relationships, your family, everything is based off of your relationship to love in your life and to the Most High, and how you translate that love in your life, how you give that love, how you receive that love, where you're looking for that love. How
That receiving part. Rough. No lie.
Anyway, kind of go over in time, and you know the conversation was very deep and interesting. I hope all my listeners and all the people that are out there watching full joy the show. Thanks for all having all of my guests. And you know, Gyalis Road, boss forward, come
The villain. The villain.
Ready.
Give thanks
Ready.
to Lily.
No, for real.
Yeah.
No, really and truly, we can set you in summary. Gyalis Road really want to settle down and with the picket fence and American Dream and all of that, you know. But unfortunately, Gyalis Road have to keep now reviewing applications from you know, competent independent queens. Yeah. So that's what Gyalis Road doing.
Don't worry yourself, man. As we say, Gyalis Road, where we, you know, me and my co-host Penny, where we discuss the pros and cons of fortune and misfortune, the views and misconception of being a Gyalis. So thanks for having me, everyone, and give thanks for being here. And remember, next Sunday, tell a friend to tell a friend, because this now stop. Gyalis Road, over here, say it there. Peace.